Gashadokuro is not a singular entity but an amalgamation of unresolved suffering and collective terror, given physical form through the bones of hundreds of thousands of restless souls. Its existence functions as a grim, living chronicle, one that meticulously records the most terrifying excesses and tragedies of Japanese history, standing as an eternal indictment against forgetfulness and indifference. For those versed in the complex cosmology of yokai, Gashadokuro occupies one of the highest places in the hierarchy of dangers, serving as the monstrous and inevitable answer to the despair of Muenbotoke, the unconnected dead, who left the mortal world without proper family rituals, funerary rites, or remembrance. This colossal yokai is the physical manifestation of concentrated, collective Ura-mi, a deep, vengeful, and unquenchable hatred that did not dissipate with death. It represents a spiritual debt left unpaid by the living, who either neglected or failed to provide appropriate respect, *q*, to the countless victims of the bloody internal conflicts of the Sengoku Jidai, 15th to 17th centuries, including battles such as Sekigahara, or the devastating, large-scale famines of the Edo period, e.g., the Tenmei famine of the 1780s or the Tenpo famine of the 1830s. Its very appearance is a violent disturbance of the world's fragile spiritual equilibrium, a kind of cosmic rupture through which the forgotten realm of the dead forcefully and deliberately invades the world of the living. The process of its formation is a truly macabre and horrifying spectacle, unfolding slowly over many years or even decades in places saturated with human suffering, abandoned battlefields or vast mass graves of famine victims. Individual Onryo, vengeful spirits, realize that their solitary rage is insufficient for vengeance. They willingly relinquish their individual identities, and their residual emotional energy acts as a powerful binding agent, a sort of psychic superglue that defies normal laws of physics and biology. The calcium and collagen of their forgotten bones, bleached by sun and wind, pull together under the relentless force of pure spiritual pressure. The resulting structure is often anatomically illogical, a grotesque collage of bones from different eras and body types, some ancient and darkened, others newly whitened. The entity does not merely resemble a skeleton. It is a cathedral of bone and despair, its vast ribcage arched like the ruined vault of a forgotten temple where hatred echoes instead of prayer. Gashadokuro's physical dimensions defy imagination, often reaching 30 meters or more, allowing it to stride effortlessly over ancient cedars or small temple complexes. Yet its most terrifying trait is its supernatural silence. It defies its massive size. Thousands of bones are mystically cushioned, allowing it to glide across the landscape leaving only the faintest trace. The iconic *gashagachi* sound, the clatter and grinding that gave it its name, is not a constant noise but a signal of extreme tension or, more chillingly, a deliberate psychological weapon employed moments before an attack to crush the last remnants of a victim's will. Its empty eye sockets shine with a malicious, pulsating light, an amalgam of 1,000 Ura-mi condensed within its skull. This light functions as a mystical sensor, detecting even faint thermal signatures and cardiac impulses miles away, making escape through hiding or camouflage impossible. The monster's hunt is guided entirely by the sensory experience of the victim. Gashadokuro does not roar. It announces its imminent arrival through an internal biological warning, miminari, a ringing in the ears. This piercing, high-frequency tone is the direct result of the yokai's immense spiritual pressure crushing the victim's ki, life force, and destabilizing the body's energetic balance. It acts as a horrifying biological siren, paralyzing the victim with absolute fear and doom. As panic rises, the giant begins its final approach. The initial silence shifts into its ominous prelude. *gachi-gachi*. The clatter of shifting femurs and snapping skulls. For the victim, this sound heralds cosmic insignificance. It marks them not as a person but as a mere source of blood, concentrated ki essential for the entity's temporary cohesion and to sate its eternal, collective hunger. The killing is swift and brutally efficient, reflecting the creature's singular purpose: consumption of life force. Its grip is so vast and powerful that resistance becomes impossible. Victims are lifted high into the air within a cage of phalanges, staring down into the abyssal darkness of the creature's open maw. Folklore is unanimous about the method: beheading, achieved either through sharp tooth-like protrusions or a precise snap of powerful bony fingers. The most horrifying variations describe the creature holding the decapitated torso aloft, allowing arterial blood, the purest form of concentrated ki, to flow directly into its throat cavity. This temporarily nourishes the 1,000 starving souls comprising its essence. Though physically it consumes blood, spiritually it harvests and appropriates life force, ensuring its stability and magical coherence for its next cycle of hunting and terror. The enduring visual identity of Gashadokuro owes much to the artistic brilliance of Utagawa Kuniyoshi in the 19th century. His famous triptych *Takiyasha hime summons the skeleton spectre *1844, cemented this imagery in the cultural consciousness of Japan and the world. Though it originally depicted a slightly different entity, inspired by the legend of Princess Takiyasha and her father, the rebel warrior Taira no Masakado, Kuniyoshi chose to portray her army of ghostly soldiers as a single massive skeleton for maximum dramatic effect. This iconic image, a towering skeletal monster confronting samurai, became so influential that it retroactively shaped the modern visual identity of Gashadokuro, forever merging the famine-born titan with the aesthetic of the sorceress's summoned guardian. Today, Gashadokuro serves as a perfect archetype for the final, unbeatable boss in modern media. Its power, rooted in the collective suffering of the unconnected dead, makes it uniquely frightening and conceptually rich. In the video game Nioh, players must destroy floating Amrita crystals, a clear reference to disrupting the spiritual energy bonding its legion of souls. The concept is often used in contemporary manga and anime as well, frequently merged with powerful oni or ghostly entities. The lesson carried by Gashadokuro remains profound and ominous. It is the direct consequence of social negligence, collective indifference, and the failure to honor the dead. It is a relentless force reminding the living that spiritual debts are never truly forgiven or forgotten. They merely wait for the cover of night and the sound of absolute silence to claim their terrible due. The sound of its approach, Gashagachi, is quite literally the sound of history and karma grinding their bones against the fragile present.